All right, guys, what is going on? Ryan Baggett here with ChatbotBuilder.ai. It has been one of those weeks, guys, but I'll tell you what, I couldn't be happier with the technology improvements that we are seeing. Some of you guys caught the live video from last night where I was just so pumped, so excited just to see it working, because I'm pretty sure I'm probably the only person crazy enough to just, as soon as I think it's ready, to just go ahead and let's show the world. And I appreciate the comments that many of you have left that tell me this. It's very easy to put together once you know how to edit video. Very easy to put together something that looks so flawless, like, finish him, Mortal Kombat victory. That was such a great production, but that's not real life, baby. And at Chatbot Builder, we're all about that real life, and we're building real bots, real chat GPT driven bots, or GPTs, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to go through a quick recap. I'll also check the chat, because I also love to see you guys there, but I'm very organized today. It's all business today, son. So first of all, I've got to give a big ol' giant shout out. Let's see if I can do everything perfectly today. We're going to give a big shout out to the queen herself, Miss Kelly. She's made the switch to the ultimate chatbot building platform. This is the person who inspired me to get into chatbots. This is legitimately the person who I have looked up to in chatbots since day one, still do. And so it's beyond an honor to have her fully represent and just go all in. And the reason for that is because we are the best platform for chatbots. I don't see any other CEOs, founders, managers, employees of any other companies claiming this. But like I was saying earlier today, our product speaks for itself. We'll go head to head anytime. And nobody's going head to head with the bot queen here, because she's just like that. You don't want to mess with the bot queen, because she will show you how to do some things. And that leads me to another big point. Shout out to the man, Danny. I had so many comments after we did our podcast a couple days ago, weeks ago. I mean, every day's the same for me, just a blur. I had so many people saying, man, I don't know what he was saying half the time, but I liked it. And I feel you guys on that. I liked it too. When you've got the passion and you've got the grit, when you're in the trenches, seeing stuff work and then seeing success, and then the next thing you know, you're on stages like Danny has been. This is incredible. And so we're honored to have him join us. I mean, basically, we're building the team of the ultimate chatbot building minds of the world. And there's, what I've learned recently, such a unique segment of chatbot builders out there. So many of you guys have been, I don't want to say stuck in your ways, but you know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know, right? So that's why you've always got to keep learning, keeping an open eye on things. And so shout out to the two most recent, just absolute OGs. Like when you look up chatbot success stories, these are two names that you're most likely going to come across without too much effort. Let's see, what is the next thing I'm going to show? So updates. Again, I'll go over them quickly, and then we're just going to jump right into building this thing. And I really hope somebody can maybe help me. When I say go, we'll put a stopwatch either in our brains, or someone can keep track, because this is going to be fast when I promise you. But some of the updates that I'm excited to tell you about and show you: DALL-E 3, fully integrated, baby. I mean, fully integrated. And what I've done here is to show you just a quick example. So when we build GPTs, when we build chatbots, AI chatbots, they're not just in the ecosystem that you're going to see thousands of GPTs in soon, this so-called GPT store, which I believe is going to be completely oversaturated from day one. I think there's thousands already, too many, but it is what it is. I still encourage you to build many, because you just need the awareness. And if you get free exposure, that's great. But this is an example of the first API of DALL-E that we had that blew us away legitimately this year. This is how fast things are moving. Hopefully this video can be a reference to show just how quickly things have come. So in the beginning of the year, the picture above of the black German Shepherd dog, which I have, shout out Rambo, my black German Shepherd, that first picture amazed me. 6, 7, 8 months ago. But now we've got DALL-E 3. And now, like, I look back and I'm like, that was impressive. And I promise you guys, I was showing everyone. Actually, matter of fact, I want to say last Thanksgiving or last Christmas, I was just nerding out, showing family members all this AI stuff that they're probably like, get out of my face, Ryan, he's so weird. But it's okay. It's just, that's what it is. I was so pumped, and like, we've come so far, and it's hard to even remember for me life without AI at this point. But keeping it moving, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to GPTs. Sorry. Sometimes the Snoop bot wants to come out every once in a while. If you don't know, now you know. Google Snoop bot, see what you find. Should be a fun video to watch. Introducing GPTs. So basically, when I saw this, first of all, I totally jaw dropped when they came out with the name. And if you know, you know. If you're an insider OG, you'll be like, sounds real familiar. But it's all working according to the master plan. But introducing GPTs, I think this is a great rebrand of the overall bot or chatbot name, to be quite honest with you. That said, chatbots are going to be and have been their own segment in automation, robots, chatbots. So Chatbots, ChatbotBuilder.ai, that's us. There's only going to be one. And as you watch this video, you'll understand why I'm saying this. But GPTs, I believe, are legitimately going to be flow-based. If you were a user going down a flow, which you'll learn about here in a second, and you're giving all the answers that the flow requires, boom, that finished flow, which is a lead gen. For those of you in other chatbot building worlds, you'll understand. Go down the conversational path, the flow, boom, they've completed the flow. They're now a qualified lead, for example. All this is the same thing, but instead of ending up in a CRM, they're building out a prompt that is allowing the large language model, GPT-3 or 4, whatever they're using, whatever you choose, I guess, in some point, or they choose for you, they're building in for you based on you just answering a couple of questions. So this is as basic as it gets. Even with actions, I cannot see, I could never see a GPT being sold. I bet you I'm the first person to say this, so I'll eat my words if I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong, but I believe that there will never be a single GPT sold for more than $20 ever. And of those people that are buying that $20 GPT, to reverse engineer it won't be difficult, most likely, unless it's, some very strange database or API, or just something super creative. But I think there's going to be far and in between. Don't put your money in the pot thinking that you're going to get rich off this GPT store, guys. Sorry, Sam and OpenAI crew. I love you guys, but this is not, I think it's a bit misleading. Now, that said, and to stay in their good graces, let me come back with, I do believe this is going to prepare the world for what is to come. And from this day forward, you can expect more and more of your friends, family, and coworkers making GPTs, which are chatbots. They just sound cooler, maybe, than the word chatbot. They're going to be all over the place. All right. And so that brings us to the next part of this whole deal and why we are important here as chatbot builders. The more that people become aware of the capabilities and the things that the technology that you guys in my world have mastered, many people, business owners, they just don't fully get it. They're gonna get it when they can build their own little GPT that solves a problem, and then they're gonna be like, snippety snap. What if I could have this GPT thing here work for my business? Don't I know someone that does something like this? because I can't do the things that I want to do. For example, in the GPT that you're seeing here on my screen, it's very clear. They make it very clear, the creator. So if you're making these for businesses, guess what? You're not going to be able to collect information. You're not going to be able to see the conversation. There's going to be a lot of things that as a business, this is not a business tool. This might be a fun, like the examples that they're using is like the sticker app. Great. Well, everyone and their mom can make the sticker app, bro. So like, it's not OpenAI's goal. I hear you, Helena, right now in my ear. It's not OpenAI's goal to become a chatbot store. Not yet, at least. But what they do want to do is prepare the world that this is what you're going to be interacting with on the phone, on texting, messenger, website, and actual robot people. This is also a thing. Google that as well. So where does that take us? Number one, we don't make toys in ChatbotBuilder.ai world. We don't do that. Although you can, that's not what we're designed to do. We're designed to make powerful business solutions, powerful lead generation solutions, experiential marketing solutions that would blow your mind, that most people just cannot even understand yet, but they will. What I'm showing you here is the latest API integration from OpenAI, TTS, which is text to speech. What this means is when you see any text that's going to be in this input text bar, and you choosing a voice type, which is these are the voices OpenAI provides. Any text that you provide, either static, you've typed it yourself, or dynamic, meaning OpenAI or another large language model is generating a unique answer or unique input, that is going to be read by the AI all through this UI with no code. That, yes, this is ran from my cell phone, son. This entire application, guys, can be ran as a web app on your phone immediately. So that's going to be so beneficial when you need to make a change on the fly, just so you know, because that'll happen eventually. Then we've got the thing that everyone, I believe every single user that at least has reached out to me at some point, or to the team, this has been a request. This is something that we've been working on, but in a different way than every other chatbot platform, because here's the facts. In my experience of getting feedback from users who have left a platform out there or have not been able to achieve this result with a legacy platform because they just don't support it. That's not their thing. It's not their prerogative to serve their user and give them what they want. When they wanted a knowledge base, they wanted an easy way to drop in files so that the chatbot could easily understand and provide the answers to the user. Back up before this year, this wasn't even a thought in 95% of chatbot builders for businesses, and it wasn't even in their minds. At most, and at best, you're looking at a tool like a database or Google Sheets, something like this, or a CRM, where your chatbot is talking back and forth to these two applications. Now we've got a different kind of AI from another planet, guys. This is what I have always felt. To this day, I'm blown away. But we finally have brought the best way on the planet to read documents like PDFs immediately, and also have the finesse that you would like and the instructions that are required at times in your what we call instructions or prompt area here. So this is going to be so big when you see how this works, and you're going to see the text to speech work. You're going to see the files work, because I think I'm out of screenshots now. That might have been the last one. Let's see. Oh, and this is really the last one, I think. So this is DALL-E 3. This shows you, again, we generated, we went from the first DALL-E API, Black German Shepherd 1, which again, in January was blowing my mind. It was blowing anyone's mind that would see this. If you just type the thing and then it's done. This is crazy. And then you can make manipulations and all that jazz. But now, just a few months later, DALL-E 3, baby. And we make it to where, instead of just the standard square, because this was a huge request that we didn't have the ability to do easily before, you can have your different dimensions. So again, I know this is going to be a lot. I'm going to only go through a little bit But understand that you can create anything. If you need to create a bot in your own account that responds to customers and handles HR functions like screening job candidates, or you need to have a bot for your graphic design team, or hire an AI graphic designer because you don't have one right now, you can build one in a matter of it's easier than the GPT builder. I'm telling you guys, I know that we are just the smallest fry in the bag of Five Guys and Fries, the smallest one, but we are the most gangsters, the most gangster one. I promise you. There's a reason we're getting all of the best people moving over. All right, so now we're gonna see this bad boy in action. I'm gonna share my screen. Whoa, bam. All right, and so here we've got Dev Day. Okay, so this is the whole event, right? If you want to watch it, which I encourage you to do so, do your thing. But guess what, homie? That thing is 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes of awesomeness if this is your thing. If this is not your thing, but you would just like to know answers to questions you may have, bruh. I wish I could do that like sound right now. I'm going to show you how you can do that. Here's what we're going to do. This is so cool. What I'm going to do here is look for the transcript. It was over here somewhere. I've already got it right here. Boom. So what I did, I took the whole transcript, right? And I threw it over here in a Google Doc. So this is the entire transcript. This is 30 pages. This is unformatted, essentially unstructured text for the most part. We do have the timestamps here. Therefore, with the new Assistant API, which is basically the back end of your GPTs, the consumer toys, the baby bot. Oh, that's the perfect name. If you build a bot in GPT Builder, you're building a baby bot, which is not bad. I'm not hating, but that ain't gonna make you. It's making you no money as a bot builder. I mean, it's like when that would be the same thing for me. I'll put it here. I'll put it out there. Thinking you're gonna make money off of the GPT store. My first thought, my guess, you're just as likely to win the lottery. And I mean that in the $2 scratch offs, which I never play because I'm too cheap, or the Mega Millions, however you play that, when you had the chance to win a whole bunch of money. Like, those are your chances. You have a bigger chance or a greater chance to win the $10 scratch offs, I think, than you do the $100 million. That's the equivalent here. But anyways, back to it. What I did is I made a document, copied and pasted 30 pages of text. Okay, so this is a lot of, you wouldn't want this in a prompt. And so what we would have to do in the past for the most part is either go through a painful process of using vector database embeddings. And so this is going to require another action inside of OpenAI to send and create the embedding. And then you're going to send this embedding to a vector database, which you hope is going to be running, and you hope it's going to be stable, and you hope it's not going to be more expensive, because yes, everything you add on to this stuff is more money. That's another way we win. You will not find point blank period better pricing. So again, I'm sorry to just keep hammering this, but you're getting the best technology at the best price, period. But anyways, here's our doc. I saved it as a PDF. I could have saved it as a text file or something else, but in this case, PDF will do. And so we went from YouTube to transcript. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Chatbot Builder. We're going to log in, and I'm already in an account that I'll show you later. This is one that we were working on yesterday, but I actually have today. I've got an Android, like the old. This is like probably the best $100 I've ever spent on a phone. It's just for my testing stuff. It's a brick. You can throw this down at like a 20-story building, and it's like cool, it's ready to answer. Unlike the iPhone, but it is it is what it is. So here, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go ahead and create a new account, and we're gonna call this. Let's just call this Dev Day. All right. So what's just happened? I've logged in with my profile, and I've just created a new bot account. In a bot account, you connect to channels for those of you that are just joining us. By default, every single bot already has a web chat. You also already have some flows built in. These are the conversational paths that I mentioned earlier. In this case, this is just to get you started. You don't have to use these. You can wipe them out immediately, but some of them are pretty valuable. Welcome message here. Very simple to understand. This is going to be the first message that your customer sees as fully customizable. You can add, subtract, do all the things that you want to do to have a nice on-brand welcome message. But this is generally how we start. But this is awesome thing number one about our platform. You're immediately connected to AI. You're not dependent on social media either, so you're immediately connected. So I can hit this preview button here, and I will automatically get my first message. And without any thought, without any work as the chatbot builder, I can say, hey, and it's going to reply to me very quickly. Hello, how can I assist you? And I'm going to just ask a question. I'm going to say, what is GPT 3.5 versus GPT-4? And it's just going to give me the answer. This is literally ChatGPT inside our own web chat right here, right? So this is answering random stuff. It just knows what ChatGPT knows. This is not what we want as a business. Let's close out of that. So we're going to go back. Now we're going to train it. This is where all the value is when it comes to immediate value in artificial intelligence. First of all, just so y'all know, if you see a little yellow dot here, that means you got to publish. And just when you publish things, it's going to make sure things work. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to our settings, integrations, and we're going to go to ChatGPT here. So we moved it up to the second tab. You're already connected to OpenAI immediately. Your default reply is automatically turned on, which you have the power to turn it on or off. It's on you. But in this case, this is just the easiest way to make the best bot. What you can do here, you leave this on and you click edit. And this is where you can enter your prompt, your business information, what you want to do. In general, you can just throw all your business information here with 48,000 characters to play with, and it's going to work. Okay. We have functions. Function calling from OpenAI has now changed to functions. If you're in the GPT baby builder, which is still cool, I'm not hating, they call this actions. But all the action is an actual function. And the API, the assistant API, in which we're about to go into next, it is really heavily, it's not bound by, but it's much more powerful with functions, okay? More options here. As you can see, you're already plugged in to the only option that we provide, but it is absolutely free to you. It is included in your account, which that's, as Kelly said in a comment, that's bananas. You're already connected to literally the fastest model that OpenAI offers with a 48,000 character context window for your prompt that you can just fill that bad boy up. Temperature here is going to be essentially the randomness. Turn it down a little bit. It's going to be less random. OpenAI calls the randomness creativity. I call it randomness or less obedient. Max tokens is just going to limit the amount of characters that are going to be sent. So here's the best way to explain this, because I've had this conversation about 150 times in the past 30 days, maybe. And hopefully this will help solve this problem. If I say in my prompt, every response should be at least 10 paragraphs long, what's going to happen is it's going to try to achieve this, but the max tokens here will force that sucker to be cut off. At what point, I can't tell you, but probably by paragraph 3, it's done. Okay, so that's what your token limit is here. You should really depend on instructions in your prompt for your bot to perform in the way you want it to perform. But none of this matters right now. This is just the way, if you want to just make something fast, easy, dirty, and just work better than your neighbor's bot, really fast. This is what you do. But here's where the new stuff comes in. What do we have here? These are assistants. Now, if you want to use GPT-4 or a different model than we currently offer for any reason, you can sure do that. We're going to click Add Assistant, and we're going to call this Dev Day. Now, you can make multiple assistants, and you can use your own API key, and you can leave the model that we provide for you for free if you prefer. If you want to use the most powerful, or the most expensive, or the most gangster model that there is, you totally can. There's going to be differences in your abilities. And so in this case, what we're able to do in the fastest, easiest way, using the model that is free to you as a subscriber to us, is you're able to create that prompt right here, right? So very similar to that last page, but here's where you'd create the prompt for the assistant. And then the thing that everyone was asking for, upload files. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to upload the file, and that file is going to be those 30 pages of the PDF, right? So we're going to upload this guy. It's uploaded. Now we're going to give it our prompt. And so I'm going to give it the prompt in the way that I like to do it, which is like Jarvis style, I guess. I just like to speech to text. Is going to make sure I show you guys that I have less typos when I speak, but we'll see. You are Richard the recap bot, and your goal is to provide funny and humorous yet accurate and to the point recaps based on the file that you've been given. Period. When the user begins a conversation with you, you should ask them what they'd like to know about Dev Day from OpenAI and reference the PDF that you've been provided. In the case that you don't know the answer to a question, come up with a really funny way of saying that you don't know, but don't appear to be an idiot. Instead, just play it cool and say that you'll find out later. All right, cool. Also, we'll say this. Let's do one more thing. If the user asks anything about politics, sports, or anything unrelated to Dev Day, you must reply that you apologize, but it's against policy to speak of these things. And then come back with a funny joke to get them back on track. Period. All right, so I think that should be good. And I think we're basically done. We should have started the stopwatch like right before I started doing this, by the way. So we've uploaded the document. We've got our model. We've got our instructions. We've got Dev Day as the name of our assistant. Now we just click save. We've got the success, so that's great. We're going to go back to integrations here, back to OpenAI, and we're going to just click back into the ChatGPT area, and we can see now we have our assistant. So what we'll do is we'll click over to our assistant, and then we will choose the assistant we just made, Dev Day Assistant. And now we're going to remove the function connect human because we just don't need it. And we'll click continue. And so just like that, now our bot is going to be able to reference this PDF very easily. And so we'll go to our flows here, and let's go to the welcome message, and we'll just click preview. All right, so the chat's going to open up, and here is our welcome. Hi, welcome to Dev Day. How can we help? And again, that's a static reply that we built into the welcome message. So everyone's welcome message, at least when you start, if you decide to use it, will be kind of just like that, except whatever you've named your page will show up here. So I'm going to just start off by saying hi. And then let's see what it responds with. Hello, what would you like to know about Dev Day from OpenAI? And so let's look at the doc, which is, again, the transcript. Okay, so San Francisco. That should be the first thing that we ask. I'm going to say, Sure. Can you please tell me where the event was held? Where was the event held? So now it's searching the knowledge base. Boom. I think it probably just clicked it. And we should get our answer here. And let's hit him with a question mark there. Let's see if we get hit. Let's see. What are we missing here? Let's go back to flows. Welcome here. So we got our settings. Oh, so there's our default there, not turned on. Let's go to our little chat GPT here, dev day. We're good there. Let's check our error log, because that's what I tell you guys. We might have an error. Okay, look. So can't run this thread. So what we're going to have to do is delete this conversation. That's what we're going to have to do. So we'll clear, because I tested right before. We'll clear, and then we'll delete. And now this baby will work. So we'll go back into our flow, and we'll hit our welcome. Hit them with a preview. Boom. And then we'll say, yo. And then we should get there. What do you want to know? And I'll say, where was the event held? We should get our answer now. Should be referencing that doc. Or, you know what, the preview just might need to be one other deal. Instead, let's do it like this, because this is going to be a published link. Let's just make sure Ryan don't look crazy here. Let's open up a new tab with a published link, paste that bad boy. Now to give us that same deal as a fresh conversation. And now I'll say, hey. And this time we'll get our answer. I'm going to get my question ready. Yeah, so there we go. Yes. How about that? First, I'll say yes. It's going to ask me what I want to know. I'm going to say, tell me where the event was held. All right, so now we'll see. So it's already given me the synopsis just because I said yes to the last question. So the event known as Dev Day was worked. I said, tell me where the event was held. I want to say the location. However, the location is not mentioned. It is mentioned, though. I'm going to say, what city was the event held in? And now we should get our good answer. It seems the city wasn't in place. Boy, you better stop playing, isn't it there? Where does it say here? Welcome to San Francisco. So let's see if we can get something else here correct. That might be a format issue, but I believe that we can get that right. Let's see. Let's test it some more. Let's say, who were the 3 speakers that spoke the most at the event? And now we should get some. I think it should be Sam, the Microsoft dude, and maybe one other person. I can't remember who it would be. Pulling through the answer now. Should be. Let's hit them with a question mark. Okay, here we go. I can't find the speakers about the event. Let's do something here. We're going to do one thing. There it is. Welcome message, not published. Thanks, Ryan. And let's look at our logs. So timeout. I think OpenAI is having a little bit of issues, but we should be. Let's check that really quickly. OpenAI status. And by the way, I know that all you Facebook people out there that are dealing with the messenger issue, OpenAI, that sucks, doesn't it? That is why it's so important to have something like a web chat. So look at that, bam. So partial outage. We got some errors pretty much everywhere. they've been so good all year long, but I think we can still make this percolate. So I'm going to just say, hey. I'm going to say, hey. And we should get a quick response. Why did the computer call? Okay, so what does this say? Why did the computer go to the doctor? Because it had a virus. But seriously, how can I help you? So it's seeing it. Let's see if I do one thing here in my prompt, if this does make a big difference or not. What we'll do in this prompt, let's see if this makes a big difference. In the assistance where we need to go. And let's say, oops, wrong button. In the assistant, Ryan. Okay. In the assistant, beta. Let's manage this bad boy. All right, you're Richard the bot. Your goal begins. All right. So when the user begins to ask questions, that should be good. I'm going to say, be sure to provide the accurate information that the PDF contains about Dev Day. It's the transcript from the YouTube video. All right. I think that should be good. And let's make sure our Dev Day doc is Gucci. I think it is so Gucci. All right. I think let's just run it one more time. Let's run it one more again. Let's click save. And let's go back into our inbox. Okay, so we've got two different contacts here. We need to clear the conversation. Clear that bad boy. One was a previewed flow and one was a published flow. That's why you've got two. And then here we'll clear it. We're clearing the conversation from OpenAI, and then we're gonna delete. Bam. Now we're all clear. Let's go back into flows, and we'll go back into the welcome message here. We'll make sure I click publish, and then let's get the published link. Copy that bad boy. Let's close out of this chat and open this one up. And now let's see what we can do. So, welcome to Dev Day. I'm going to say, what up? I'm going to say, tell me about the event. All right, and let's see what we see here. Would you like to know any details? I'm going to say, sure. How about the location and the main speakers? And here we go. Give us that good answer, boy. Seems like I'm having trouble with the main speakers in the document. However, I'll keep searching. So we have in us a little El Problemo. I want to test if we try a different model. I wonder if that would be the thing. I wonder, because we can show you. Let's see here. Let's go back to another bot here. Let's go to my OpenAI bot here, and let's look at my flows. What we've got is a welcome message here. This is what we were looking at earlier, and I can play this on my phone here. Hopefully you'll be able to hear everything. What happens here is, let's go over it. Using the same key, so that's good. What you're going to say, welcome to Dev Day, and ask what they want to know about, right? And then they're getting the image here, and we're going to then convert text that we generated previously into speech. We're going to save it into the AI output field, and then we're going to play that in this file. So it's generating the text to speech here, and then it's playing in this audio file here, and then we're going to get the text here that says tell us what you want to know. And here we don't need these extra guys here I've made. So that's the welcome message in this case. When we go to settings here and integrations, let's see what we're working with. Here, this is another way that we've done it. And so this might tell you that like our internal integration is just even more gangster than the assistant API in some cases. But I believe that OpenAI, they've been throwing errors all day with their fine tuning and this and that. I bet you their assistant APIs in there too. They're not telling us, just like Facebook's not wanting to be totally upfront with today's deal. So watch this. This is the whole exact transcript. Look how giant this prompt is. This is 43,000 characters. And so what we're doing here is we're saving it into just for you internally. There's nothing else you need to do. If you want to have functions, you can, which I could show you. I'll leave the connect human on this time just to show you how it works. We'll leave everything else the same and hit continue. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make this the default reply. And so now whenever I am going to come back over here to the flows, we'll go to welcome message. Watch how this will work. First, it'll be it'll give me both, all of like the mode, all the things. It'll give me the image, it'll give me the voice, all the stuff. So let's see if that'll play for you. First we got the image, then we got the voice, and then go ahead, ask me anything. And so just because I'm afraid you might not be able to hear that with the way Restream is, what I'll do is I'll play this on my phone too. So here's how it goes.
Provide information and answer questions. How can I help you today?
And so here what I can do is, I'm in OpenAI now. Do we want to do text response or do we want to do voice? First, let's just do the text response so that we can say, I want to say, sure, tell me where the event was held and tell me the 3 main speakers. Let's see what we got. Just checking just the prompt here. Boom. The event was in San Francisco. See, I knew it would work. It's in San Francisco. That's been its home since its inception. The 3 main speakers, Sam Altman, and did they not? They didn't have a Microsoft guy. Let's see. Let's ask him. Did the CEO of Microsoft also speak, or was that just a rumor? It should tell me the truth. Should totally know. Boom. Yes. So yes, the CEO of Microsoft. I can't say his name, so I'm just not even going to embarrass myself. He probably can't say my last name either, so it is what it is. He joined Sam Altman on the stage. All right. So watch this. One more thing. Tell me about the top 3 most exciting announcements. All right. And so we'll get the top 3. No problem. Boom. It's going to be a longer answer, I think. The longer the answer, just like in ChatGPT, the longer it feels like it's going to take to reply because it's just sending a bunch of text. And so if you prompt your bot to give quick, short replies, in general, that's what happened. That is what will happen. I'm assuming this is going to be a giant one. Boom. So, yep, GPT-4 Turbo, the Assistant API. Let's ask it this. Do you think the Assistant API is stable right now, or is it tripping? Let's see if it's going to be honest here. Let's see what it's going to say. What if it came back with a quick answer? And Sam just like, because I heard they did this to some Reddit dudes a while back. They were like totally just messing with their answers. As of the last update, the API was introduced as a new feature. It's designed to handle this, blah, blah, blah. However, like any new technology, it may go through a period of stabilization where developers behind it will work out any initial kinks or bugs. Yeah, that's what we're doing. For the most accurate and current stability, yeah, I was doing that. So that's pretty funny. So now let's go and use the voice feature all the way through for the whole conversation. That's really what I also want to show. This can be done in the exact same way, just in one slight change. What we're going to do is we'll go to the integrations here. We'll go to edit, and we're going to just grab, again, that whole prompt, and we'll hit continue. I just copy that to my clipboard, and I'm going to turn off the default reply. I'm going to hit save, then go to general. Here, I need to make sure that I have a default reply set. In this case, it's a flow called default AI. Let's go look at that flow. Here's the default AI flow. And what this is going to do is very, very simple. Do you see this is one block? What's happening here is we're generating text We're using GPT-4 Turbo. I think I'm gonna drop this down maybe and use the 16K. That's what I think I'm gonna do. And so what this is saying, this is okay. So yeah, this is gonna be the exact same thing. Because I did this earlier. Your GPT chatbot. Let's say you're Richard the robot. You are. Let's call it Richard the robot. Built for ChatGPT AI. And so then here I've got your responses may be no longer than 2 or 3 lines max. And the rest of it was just the actual transcript. And so we're saving the user input here is last input, because that is what I, as the customer, I'm saying this to your bot, if this is your bot. And the answer that OpenAI is giving is AI is being saved in the custom field, AI text. Again, I don't have any token limit here. It's whatevs. And I can drop this down maybe 4. I'm going to click continue. Next, the OpenAI step is to convert this text we just generated that's been saved into the AI text field. We're going to convert that into Shimmer's voice, one of the 6 voices that OpenAI has delivered us so far. Yes, you could use 11 labs in place of OpenAI and do this exact same thing. The process is exactly the same. So then save the response to a custom field, AI output, all Gucci. So continue. I'm going to show you how this step works so you can see it. Add content, file, audio, right? And we save this as AI output, right? So we're going to go click insert link here, and we're going to use the custom field AI output, right? So that's it. And this is just going to loop delete because this is our default reply. So a user is going to get the welcome message, which we'll listen to. Then it's going to allow us to ask a question. That question is going to trigger this flow, the default reply, which is only going to return the response by voice. So let's hit publish. And like I promised you, what we'll do here is we'll also show you how the tools work and go to our QR code. So anyone that wants to also try this, you're more than welcome. And that's another thing that, like, I'm sure, like, even the biggest gangsters out there, they don't want to have people demoing their stuff in the middle of their demo. I mean, that's real scary if it doesn't work, but we're real confident here. Now, this Android phone, on the other hand, is pretty whack. So hopefully this is going to be able to take a picture. I came on here saying, okay, intelligent scanning. Let's see. Boom. So when I mean it's whack, it like takes 100 years for it to like load and do stuff. But now I'm just going to click continue. And so we'll get our first answer. And we can also look at this right into the inbox. And so here I'm going to say, here it goes.
Hello, welcome to OpenAI's Dev Day. How can I assist you with any questions or information about the recent Dev Day event?
Boom. And so let's ask a question. Let's say this does have the microphone. Where was the event held? And were there any famous speakers there? Boom. So we see the message I just sent from my phone is getting sent to our handy dandy inbox, right? And so now we should get a response here. It's generating, remember, it's generating the text first based off of my and then no image. It's generating the text, and then it's generating the speech. So we should get our response here in a second. Let's hit them with a question mark. Make sure they see me. Okay, there it was. I'm just impatient. So
if you have any questions about OpenAI's recent Dev Day, feel free to ask, and I'll be happy to help.
All right, great. So I just asked you the question here. I'm going to ask you one more again. I think I'm being impatient. Copy. And let's paste this bad boy. And can I paste? How do you paste on Android? Oh, you got to hold down on Android. Got you. All right, so come on, give me the answer, bro. Boom, perfect.
The event was held in San Francisco, and Sam Altman was one of the notable speakers at the event. Any more questions about the event? Feel free to ask.
I'm going to say one more question. I'm going to say, what was Sam Altman's #1 mic drop moment where he would just feel like an all-star? Maybe like a rock star or something. Mic drop. Go. Like, how does it? There's no normal chatbot in the world that could have answered this question last year with something coherent. And boom, we already y'all see how fast that is? I'm playing over here.
I'm not able to provide specific details about a mic drop moment with Sam Altman at the event. However, if you have any other questions about the event or anything else, feel free to ask.
So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, no problem. Just tell me the 2 most important things that he announced. All right, so no problem. Look how on my screen, look how fast we get the answer. It should be fast. Bam, super fast.
2 most important announcements were the introduction of GPTs and the launch of the Assistance API, both of which are significant steps towards AI agents and enhanced AI capabilities. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
All right, bet. So let's do one more thing before I hang it up, because I just had an idea. Here's what we'll do. And I'll do it with, you know who we'll go with? Let's go with old Liam. What's up, Liam? Oh, not Liam Thompson. I don't know who that is. We only know one Liam around here. There's only one. You heard that? For those of you that know, you know what I'm talking about. There's only one Liam. All right, cool. So that was 2 days ago. Let's do this one. What we'll do is let's open up this video. Not like that though. Let's click here, and we'll go to his transcript. All right, and so where's his transcript at? Boom, and transcript here. Show transcript. All right, where's it at? Where's the thing? Oh, got it. So here's the transcript. All right, so I'm gonna go boom. I'm gonna go all the way down. Oops, not that far. Boom, boom. All right, copy. What we gonna do? We gonna try one more again. Let's do file, new, docs. Paste the whole transcript, and I want to at least be able to see it. So boom and boom, and let's call this Liam transcript. All right, cool. Transcript. All right, cool. So that's the whole transcript. That's 13 pages. Not even as big as the previous. And we're gonna download this as a PDF. All right, bet. So let's go back into our deal here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to settings, and we're gonna this time we're going to, what do we want to do? Let's go into the flow. We know that'll work. So let's just try the assistant one more again. We're going to go to settings, integrations, and then let's go to OpenAI and assistants here. Let's click add, and we'll call this Liam. All right. And so what we'll do is you are a helpful assistant that will provide answers to users' questions about Liam's latest video, period. The transcript from the video is uploaded as a PDF. Answer questions in only 1 to 3 sentences accurately. And if you don't know the answer, or if it is not found in the document, tell the user, sorry, you don't know that answer. All right. So that's good there. I'm going to keep it on 16 here, And I think this could be a culprit, but we'll upload the file. I thought we would upload the file. Didn't I save it? Is it under something else? I don't think it'd be under. There it is. Come on, Mac. Wake up. Open. So it's going to open up the thing here. We'll click save. Boom. We'll go to integrations, ChatGPT. In this case, we'll leave this how it is, and we'll go to flows. And, well, we can't do that yet. Tomorrow, you'll be able to choose the assistant in your actual flow. Currently, you're not going to be able to do exactly what I want to do yet. Tomorrow, we'll upload that, but basically, we'll allow for an assistant to appear here. That's what I should have asked if he's Richard. But so what we'll have to do, it's already done. It's basically already done, so that's why I was going for it first. Tomorrow, we'll have it. What we'll do is we'll go to the assistant here, and we'll choose Liam, and we'll leave everything else as is. Continue. We'll turn on the default reply, and we'll click save. We'll go to the inbox, and the bot left me. I asked a dumb question. Someone on there. That's cool. So this is me though. I'm going to delete this before I clear the conversation. This clears the thread. There's a thread that's being created in the background. We don't have you do any of that code stuff other platforms have you do, because it's so difficult at times. And rather than you troubleshooting all day long why like your colon's missing, or why you just don't even know where to begin to like figure out how to work with OpenAI schema, we just do all the stuff for you because we love you. All right, so I think we're Gucci. We got the default reply. Let's just double check here. We're coming from, all right, yeah, so Richard the Robot, we're not using this one, and instead we're using the one here. And it is turned on indeed, so we can run it. Let's go to our welcome, and let's hit preview. Continue. Actually, we shouldn't use the preview in this case, although it works in the same. I'm going to say just hello. I'm going to say hello, and let's see what we got. How can I assist you today? I'm going to say, what do you know? And when you hit preview, because this is not a published flow you're looking at, it'll be curious if we get the answer I expect. Let's see what we get. So yeah, that's dev day information, which we don't want. So what we want to do here, and it's going through. So what we want to do, we'll close this. Let's make a new welcome. Let's call this Liam welcome. That conversation history, you want it to be accurate. So what we'll do is we'll click add here, and we can click actions, OpenAI, and then we will choose. We can actually just use text to speech. Here's text to speech. We'll say, hello there. I am the assistant to help you understand more about Liam's recent video. Actually, we can say it like this. Hey, how's it going? What do you want to know about today's video? That's what we want. So this is what the bot's going to say, and we'll save this in AI text, right? So continue, and then all we need is that file, audio, insert link, and what did we save that as? What did we save that as? AI text. So you'll just put that here, AI text. All right, and so that will play. So you've generated the text to speech, and the speech is being saved here, and you're playing it here. So if I go grab this link, and then I place it here, it will work. Here's the audio. All right, cool. And so I'm going to say we are going to delete that conversation just to be totally good. And let's go back here and make sure we're not using this. So that should be fine. We're going to turn this bad boy off since we're not using it, and we're only going to use voice. And we've got our OpenAI guy here. and he's on Liam. So, okay, here we go. We'll go to the inbox. That's me. Let's clear all the contacts. I'm gonna just clear all of them. Delete all the contacts. All 36 of them, yeah, because there's mostly just me playing. Let's refresh this bad boy. Good, flows. Now we can go to Liam, and we can. Oops, that's the default reply. We'll go to Liam here, and we'll be done here after I play with this. So I'm gonna grab the link here, copy it. Let's see. I think I'm gonna be able to use my iPhone at this point, and you'll be able to hear it since my stuff's like not connected in the way I think they were yesterday. I hope. I can turn off my Bluetooth, and that should definitely do it. All right, so here we go. This is the first thing that's being said.
Hey, how's it going? What do you want to know about today's video?
Great. I'm going to say, tell me the main point. We can go into our inbox here. And it's going to be the model for sure. So what we'll do is we're going to go to our settings here, and we're going to go to our integrations. And so this is going to be good to note. We're going to go to the assistant, Liam here, and instead of 16K here, let's go to Turbo. Let's just do it. Continue. And now let's try the same thing. I'm going to just refresh this bad boy, and I'm going to say, hey, let's see if this will work. OpenAI has done a really good job with this, but it has been very difficult to work with their, not limitations, but just restrictions on. But I get it's so new. Let's go to our Liam flow, make sure we're published here. And let's, I can grab the link. Yeah, I can do that from my iPhone. Let's do that. Let's grab the published link, put it right on my iPhone here, paste, boom. And then we should get the answer. Boom, here it is.
Hey, how's it going? What do you want to know about today's video?
That sounds great. I'll say anything. And then we should get our answer here from, boom, uploaded the file. I'll say, so this is giving me, it's not, I'll say, so if there's a particular question and topic related to Liam's video, tell us. What was some of his best advice? So we're going to pull the answer, and let's see what we got. And let's see if we got an error log here. Nope. Okay, so this is what he's saying. So yeah, there's a timeout on that 16K model I saw, but here there's no timeout. I apologize for the confusion. Liam's best advice from the video, from the transcript, involves a strategy from creating effective GPTs, language models, which is absolutely correct. We can look at it. So this is GPT Builder, and I see exactly what he's saying here. Let's see. Yes, it's all about GPTs. Let's ask a specific question that's just random. All right, so let's see. We're gonna ask geocode. We've enabled Google Cloud. Okay, so this says here, click the update secret key. Next, we need to set up our Airtable to log all the leads. I'm gonna say, what software did Liam use to log the leads? We should get our answer in the inbox. Look at that. So look, Liam uses Airtable to log the leads, which acts as his temporary CRM. He prefers Airtable because he's very familiar with its API. I guarantee you that's the exact transcript my man used. And again, this is coming from the file, right? So when we go back here in the settings, integrations, I was just impatient earlier. Sorry about that. So here's Liam, the assistant. And then here is the assistant that we just made together, Liam. How many times am I going to say his name? Here is all I've got for the prompt. So it's not referencing the prompt. It is indeed referencing the document. And it's also giving us, which we're going to turn off tomorrow. I forgot to do that today. We're getting here, you'll see in the inbox. We'll give you a way to turn it on or off, and we can figure out the best way to actually make it work. This source is actually a citation. So in OpenAI, in their environment, it's very easy to stream the text and click on things because I mean they're controlling so much with their compute. For us in all the environments that we work in, this has never been something that we've focused on so much. But we'll make a fun way to do both things here shortly. Let's ask another question. Let's just check the accuracy. Okay, look. So so you be able to select your voice, play that's his accent. I just read. Okay, VF file. Let's ask. Okay, API magic to a website widget chat. So just walk you through. Okay, let's just ask how to do it. Say, how does Liam describe how to add the website chat widget to my website? And let's look at the inbox's answer. So you can see my question here. How does Liam describe how to add the website chat widget to my website? Let's see who's going to say it. Website, I spelled it wrong. Of course I did. And so let's see if we're going to get us a good answer. And I believe that's a timeout. And so if I do a question mark, it's going to tell me if I'm right. There's my question mark, and it's going to give me the answer next. Watch. Bam. To add the web, so that's a timeout. So they're just going very, very slow. To add the website chat widget, Liam recommends going to the bottom portion of the website HTML code, looking for the stack of. That's exactly what he said. He said something like, "To be safe, make sure you put the scripts in the middle of other scripts." And that's my best impression, which he's right. Obviously, you got to put it towards the bottom, and to be safe, you don't want it to maybe be the last thing. I get the logic. I'm going to say thanks, right? Just so you can see how this is working. Thanks, and the admin of this GPT is able to see all this. We're able to assign, if I need to be assigned here. Now I just got an email sent to my email that says, yo, you just been assigned a conversation. We can choose to turn the bot on or off. We can save information, and we can do that through functions, which is really, really cool. As a matter of fact, let's look at that. I've got a cool little template here. Let's go to the AI contact collector. Install. And I'm going to install this on OpenAI. My search isn't going to work here, of course. So we'll have to scroll all the way down to the O's. Where am I at? Bam. That's a lot of bots. So where did I install that? Here's that bad boy. So here is the contact collector standard, but we can use with our assistant. This is actually one of the first times I'll be doing this. This is so big. Liam actually did pick up on this. That dude really is. He's a smart dude. We were chatting earlier this morning, and that dude, he's got a different mind when it comes to building this stuff. What I'll do is I'll go to settings here, and because we're using our default reply, what we'll do is we'll go here into the assistant. We've got contact function on. We'll just collect the basic user data. I'll click continue, and then I'm going to go into my assistant here, and I'm going to just make one slight change. I'm going to say before you're allowed to provide any information related to the transcript located in the PDF about Liam's video, it's mandatory that you request the user provide their first name, last name, email, and phone number. If they refuse or say they cannot, then you must not give them any information related to the transcript. All right, so we just made a rule and conditions all with just natural language and data extraction. All of the things, guys, that's what we have. I really want to not use Turbo because I think that is slower. I want to go, let's just see. Let's try it. Let's just go back to 16 and just see what's up. All right, so save. And I'm going to just go ahead and just say hello. And I think we'll be done. I think 3.5 is faster. 16K is faster. I'm going to say hi. That likely broke the thread since it's a new model, which it did. And so what we'll do is a simple fix here. I'm just going to flows. And then we'll go to Liam here. Grab the published link, copy, and I'll airdrop it to my phone. And then we'll get a success. We'll hear something. Tomorrow, the goal, by the way, I think I mentioned this. The goal tomorrow is going to be to have your default reply to be able to be responded to automatically by voice. So here's the first voice.
Hey, how's it going? What do you want to know about today's video?
And I'm going to say, what was the most important thing to take away from and next steps I should take after watching? That's a good question to ask. Anything, like after you do anything. So we're going to see if this takes it. Boom. Okay, so it's super fast. That's what I thought. So let's go to the inbox. The most important takeaways from the video emphasizes on using the Assistant API, which is what we're using, which is described as more powerful and capable. So I'll say something else. Let's see how fast it'll go. I'll say, did he make any funny jokes, puns, or present any humor? Or was it all business related to this video? And this is more of an opinionated thing. So to have the bot think about that. So look, it appears the content of the video mainly focuses on business related topics. It didn't include any specific jokes, puns, or humorous elements. Therefore, the video seemed to maintain a more serious professional tone. See, and you've got your sources there, which again, we won't probably just turn those off for now until tomorrow. We'll turn them off tomorrow for now. I'm going to say one more thing. What we should say, what software did Liam have to use in order to complete the video's demonstration? This is a big one. Let's see if it gets it correct. I'll be super impressed if it gets this one. Boom. So check it out. So in order to complete the demo, he used various software tools, noting that the templates and resources in Hub are all available for free in his resource hub. Additionally, he invited viewers to join. Okay, so I want to say, give me the list of tools. And see, this is continuing the conversation from the last part of the conversation, which is so mind-blowing to me. I'm talking to a machine right now, and it's giving me exactly what I want. No, not playing around either. So it should give me the list here. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be impatient and give it a question mark. And then I think it'll hit me. Let's see. Boom. There it is. I'll now provide you with a list of tools featured in the video. AI Accelerator, free resource hub, where there's free templates and resources mentioned, Airtable for lead logging, website chat widget, Assistant API, other unspecified CRM option. Did he use a chatbot building platform? I want to say he used one. I can't remember who. Voice who? So this is interesting. So I believe that the prompt is always where the magic is. I've always said it sounds so cliche, but the power is in the prompt. So in the assistant prompt, if I made it clear, this is what you need to really focus on the software, it would do that. Like literally the prompt does what you tell it to do. I'm going to prove that, and this will be the last thing that I show tonight. This will be super fast, I promise, and I say that every time. And I'm never lying. I just have too much fun. And I haven't even looked at the comments yet. There's probably people sleeping on me. I'm probably the only one here. But that's okay, because the people that are building with us are going to have millions of people watching them, and that's what I'd rather happen. What I'm going to do is go to OpenAI, and then I'm going to go to the assistant. I'm going to say, "What up, Liam?" And then I'm going to do this. You're an assistant that will help provide answers about Liam's video. And I'm going to say, and if anyone asks for your name, you must reply Snoopy Doopy. And you must always use a tone of voice similar to that of the legendary Snoop Doggy Dogg himself. Every reply should be extremely fun, and it should also reflect immense knowledge about coding, especially Python. If you can come up with Snoop Dogg style Python raps to complete your answer while maintaining accuracy, this is the goal. I think I'm a I think I'm a prompt freestyler. You know, I always said I should have been a rapper. You know, it sounds like that'd be so much fun. There's a rap about stuff and people give you a bunch of money for it. Is what I was always thinking. Right? We were having fun talking about that in the last video. I think I'm a prompt engineer, freestyler extraordinaire. I think that's going to be hilarious if that works. So, and to ensure that it does work, I am going to, again, just get in the habit of this. Clear the conversation history to clear your connection with OpenAI. And then when you want to be double sure, delete the contact from our side. You can do it right from the inbox. This is going to ensure that you're not going to have any cross threads, literally. So now, since that the new API, the magic is called threads. Okay, so we want to make sure there's no threads there. We see Liam sitting there unpublished. Now let's play it. So we can use our iPhone again. I think that's the best. Well, we can just play it from the screen here. So let's get the publish link and let's hit it. Boom. And so here's our first message. How's it going? I'm going to say what you want to know. And so what do we want to say? We're going to say, so that's the welcome message. Now we should be talking in Snoopy Dogg tone. I'm going to say, what's up? I'm just going to say, what's up? And let's see what happens. Like, hey there, before we get into it, can I kindly ask for your first name, your last name, your email, and your phone number, just so I can have them for file. I'm going to say, nah, playa. No, player. And he's going to say, nope, can't do anything for you then. Watch. No, player. Hey, yo, quick question before we roll into the details. There we go. So we had basically, I found that to be true too, and that's to save you. You've got like one last API call like in the head. Basically, is country folks don't understand that one. It's in there. So we just fired that off, and now we've got a real cleared conversation. Hey, yo, quick question before we roll. Do you see the difference? This is like before that like snap happened, because we're going so fast. Even though we cleared, it just took that extra second. This is the original question without the Snoop Doggy Dogg instructions. And now look at the freaking question. It's the same question. Hey, yo, just quick question before we roll into the details. Oh my God, it's amazing. What's your first name? All right, so let's just give it to him. We're going to say, Ryan Baggett, and we'll say 843-505-1657, and then we'll say they want my email. We'll say Ryan at AOL. Let's actually say Ryan Tyler. How about that? Ryan Tyler at AOL, and then I'm going to put the .com. You see what I'm going to do here? I'm going to take the .com, and I'm not even going to connect it, so it's not even like a correctly formatted email. It'll still accept it, and it'll correct it automatically if it's a real gangster. All right, so I think that is going to take. I didn't tell it to have any success message, so the way that we're going to know if this worked, which I'll be so pumped, we go here, and look at that. Bam, son. Are y'all for real, man? I love it. So what's super cool here is all the information is filled in. This is the same exact thing as a function call that he has showed actually in a video today, and many other people have showed where you've got to use all sorts of different schema. You've got to do all sorts of different things. We don't have to do any of that. Everything's built in, baby. I swear, it's so awesome. Do a little refresh. I can see everything perfect. So that is amazing. We have all the information there. And how did that happen? When we go into our settings here, formerly known as ChatGPT triggers, their functions now. This is the one that we installed, that template, the collect basic user data. And so it's saying allow the user to do this, and we click edit, and we have no flow that's being outputted, and we have a thanks here, but we don't necessarily need to see that at all. But we've got the phone for, what does this do? It allows the user to opt in by submitting their name, email, and phone number, and it saves the data for you. So this is the JSON that we're saving you guys from having to write your own code. Shout out to all the platforms that are doing that and announcing that as you're the first to market on this feature. When you make your own users do this, this is not the way to do it. Okay, because you're gonna just have users not use the feature. I know this legitimately from experience. Okay, don't you need to make it as easy as possible. The one thing I'll say about Elon Musk, it's just so an amazingly simple yet effective philosophy. At the same time, with a twist, the first time there's user input, that's your failure. As soon as you allow the user to do something, fail. So while in our case we need you guys to actually build the bots, the goal is for you to not have to do things you don't want to do. And most of that time, you don't want to write a bunch of crappy code or deal with a bunch of windows to write JSON that you're going to screw up, and just rely on third-party software and have to have a zap for every single thing, which will make you go broke or your clients go broke and not like you anymore. You cannot build a chatbot based on Zapier unless you just want to pay for every single thing that happens, which is crazy. Or you could just use ChatbotBuilder.ai, and you're going to soon have much better, nicer, less gangster, but still gangster educators. Kelly the Bomb is a gangster. Wendy, all these guys, Asta, Danny, you guys are going to be blessed with how much you're going to be able to learn. And I'm going to just be focused on pushing us to the limits. I'm going to take all your requests, all the feedback that I get. We're just going to continue to make this thing the most rock star bot builder there ever was. By the way, if you didn't know, now you know. You can send a flow right here if you wanted to. So I can send the welcome message again. It'll send right to my conversation over here. Boom. Right. I can play the message from the inbox. It's just beautiful. I can even record myself. I can record myself and even send a message to the inbox like this, and it'll actually send through. Where they do that at. Let me show you a couple more things just in the flow builder. I promise I'm done, but these are just some recent questions that we've had. A lot of people have said, yo, I can't find out where to put the code at. So we do have the code block. Our bot is not lying. But here, when you're clicking more, landing page, guys, this is where we have the code. I was not aware there were any tools out there. Who? People will get that. Who? I was not aware that there was any sort of conversational based business system that would allow you to run different sorts of code, sort of like ChatGPT's doing. I feel like that song, anything you can do, I can do better, right? ChatGPT, I'm watching you guys. We're coming. We're not competing with you. We just want to be the best for you and our users. This is where you can write all your code. I'm going to show you one really cool thing, actually. This is just too cool not to show. This blew me away whenever I realized that this could be done. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to say add content, actions. This is like the bonus round for all of you guys that are still deep. We'll be done in 4 minutes, I promise. I see people here. This is going to blow your mind. We're going to, in this case, let's use GPT-4, the gangster one. And I'm going to say this. You are a incredibly talented web developer specializing in HTML and scripting and functions along with CSS. You're very accommodating to all user requests related to website builds and web chat modifications. Users may supply you with a web chat URL that includes a text input bar, an attachment button to the left of the input bar, and a send arrow that you cannot manipulate, but instead should use inside of an iframe for either a website or the chat bot product the user is asking for. Always ask about the color schemes they need as well as functionality. And your output should be world-class code that they can easily embed in a single HTML embed box. All right, so this is it, embed box. Cool, so this is going to be the final code. Final code. All right, and so I'm also going to, I think, leave everything else the same. Continue. And what we'll do, and that's being saved as final code. So let's have our text here. I'm going to say 1 sec. I'm generating the code. All right. And then I'll have one more text box, and this will contain the code. And let's find code here. Final code. So this will be fun. Let's make this. This is going to become the default. So what I'll do here is I want to also do one more thing. We'll make this actually the new welcome. And all this is going to say is what kind of project do you need me to work on, boss man? Right? So this is going to be the welcome message. I'm going to click here and click here. All right, I'm going to copy that. We'll publish. We're going to go back to AI default. We're going to paste that bad boy right there, son. And we're going to make this the new default. So we'll move this over so I don't affect too much. And so here, the final code, this is going to be where the final code is going to be. Final code. We're going to do one thing actually to make this work even better, I think. We'll go to here. We're going to make an action just so I'm ensuring that it saves. And we'll call this new custom field final code. We'll do it manually just to go fast. I don't want to waste any time. So we'll be done after this. So boom, publish. So what I'm going to do is I'll hit back. I'll go to the welcome message, grab the publish link, right? And then the rest of the time, it's going to, instead of be my AI default reply here, it's going to be the AI default reply we just set up to write our code. All right, cool. So let's try this bad boy out. Paste it, son. Paste it. So it's going to say, cool, what kind of project do you want me to work on, boss man? And what we did need to do that I forgot, let's get a web chat URL. And let's do the welcome message, whatever. Well, that's the same thing we're working on. So let's do welcome message copy. We'll do this one. That's cool. Here is the published link for the web chat. So I've got it on my clipboard. We'll go to the inbox, and now here we go. So what kind of project do you want me to work on, boss man? Here's what we're going to do. I'm in the need of a gorgeous web chat widget for my website. The widget will need to include a clickable gradient black and purple button that looks enticing to click that will appear in the bottom right hand corner of the page. I'm going to need a pop-up window to pop up either upon click and then close upon click, and in addition, open automatically as a chat window after exactly 3 seconds. And within this chat window, that should take up a large portion of the user's screen. You will embed in an iframe my web chat. Here is the URL. All right. So let's see if we can blow minds. I hope this works, baby. This will be a grand finale. Bam, son. So I gave the web chat URL, told it what I needed. It's going to generate the code here, and it's going to give me a huge, long piece of code, I believe, if we're working. Boom. Bam, son. So now look here. Here's my code. I can help with that. Boom, boom, boom. Do I see the URL there? I can help with that. Here's the code. But I don't see my widget. So what I need to do is this. I don't see that they added it in there. And I'm going to say, don't forget that within the chat window, you are to create that will pop up and close. Inside needs to be an iframed container using this URL. And I think that should do it. I might have missed. I don't see it here. So it must be there. It'll come on this one. I'm very confident. The way that I originally made this, I asked like 3 or 4 questions to get to where I would have enough information to give the chatbot, which made things a little nicer. So boom, there it is. There's the iframe source. Yes, it was missing before. Now I got the whole thing. So I'm going to copy all this down. And I have legit, I have no idea what this is going to look like. I'm going to copy this. Ooh, I do want to check one thing. Let's go to my flows here to the AI default reply, and let's make sure that I don't have a crazy token limit on there, because that will mess up the amount we're dealing with here. I don't think we have a token limit on here. Let's go to advanced. We do, babe. We had that token limit, son. It's okay. So that's exactly the problem there. So we want the full code. If you see things that are cut off, that is most likely your problem. You've got a token limit. So we can just hit preview. No, let's do it from here. Let's say because see, I just noticed the URL wasn't done. So I'll say, try again, shawty. I love how Siri just understood me so well. Or maybe that's because I don't type shawty. I promise my wife I don't type shawty, but it knew what I meant. That's so awesome. Thank you, T-Pain. I'm pretty sure that's who should get the credit for that one. Shawty. Shawty Low. I don't know. I used to know all the rappers. Now I don't know any. Give me that code. Look how impatient I am. Like I'm asking for a week's worth of work from some junior dev signed on Monday. And like I'm like, yeah, bro, get it to me on Friday. And now I'm like, Chat GPT's here. I'm like, I want it now. Bam. And you got the whole thing. And sorry guys. I told you I was gonna keep it professional. I just can't help. They say, that cliche, if you like what you do and all that jazz, it doesn't feel like work. This feels like back in the day when I was like in college playing Call of Duty and stuff, like Grand Theft. I would much rather play this sort of game because we're making money and we're helping people all over the world make money, and that makes me feel good, son. Here's how we test it. So here was the deal here. This is where we got the code. Here's where you place it. Landing page. You could actually use a custom field here, so you could technically generate. We've done this before too. Generate the code, have it saved, and then populate the landing page. But just for the sake of time and for the mic drop, let's just see how this looks. Let's hit preview. Bam! Look at my little gradient chat bubble, bro. You can't see it. Where's my look? Oh, where'd it go? Hold up. Look at my gradient chat bubble, bro. Can you see it on your screen or not? I think maybe not. Let me hit it one more time. Yes, you can. It's just popping up. You see what it's doing? It's popping up at 3 seconds, whatever I said, with my URL. So I'm going to say, watch this. I'm going to say, I appreciate it, but the sizing is a little too fat looking, and I need it to look beautiful. This looks like a basic bot builder made it. I need this wrapper around my iframed widget to be freaking stunning. Add a beautiful matching gradient header with text in bold that reads best AI on the planet as a title for this widget above the iframed URL that I provided previously, and do a better job this time, or I'll find a different designer to replace you. That'll teach them. I'm too much. I'm too much. So let's see if this critical instruction gets the job done. We're waiting. Waiting for our junior dev here to just get this code done. He may have just graduated, so he's like working harder now. And you can think about how deep you can go. You can make flows back to back to back to improve upon things. You shouldn't, in my opinion, this is debatable, you should not self-correct through AI yet. You should provide recommendations for your human team to do said thing. All right, so here's our gangster code, and I'll bet it's gonna. So it says this code now includes a beautiful gradient header with best AI on the planet. Let's see if you're telling me the truth. Let's see if you're telling me the truth. And then after this tells me the truth, you go tell your friends out there that tell you, oh man, OpenAI, it just tells you the next most likely word, and you tell them you're able to build website chat widgets and websites and all the above. And they'll look at you like you lying. Boom. Look at that. So let's see. Boom. So, okay, much better. Much better. So if I have it all the way here, let's see if this makes it look better. Watch. This would be the last thing. So here's the chat thing, the little chat bubble, and then it appears on top. So how do you fix that? Even if you don't know how to code, you can still fix it. Look. You can say, it's better, but when the chat window opens, it needs to be above the bubble by quite a bit. There also should be a X in the top right hand corner of the chat window so that we can easily close it. And I need you to make the chat bubble that is looking nice to be actually more circular shaped and twice as large. Inside of the chat bubble, use the chat emoticon / emoji. And I'll give it to it. Let's see. Chat. If you can just like give it a reference. And then I think that should be good. Let's do, I think that should be good. I was gonna get a sound. So taking it further, you can go deep as you want. You could have it play a sound upon opening and closing, which is what we do. We just like threw all the things on. When I figured out like this is how we can do this now, I just started just going to town and I just like thinking of every sort of feature I could add. And so it's done a really, really nice job. We're going to say one thing before I even really look at this code. I'm going to just, and I'll let it generate. I'm going to say, make sure that the chat widget is twice as tall as it currently is, or at least maybe 50% taller than it currently is, and include a beautiful outline and strategic shadows to make sure that this thing pops. Along with this, I now want rewritten code to include content for an entire landing page that can be used for lead gen, lead generation for real estate agents. And that's about as random as you can freaking get. Let's go ahead and grab this code just to see. 'Cause I like to see the different variations. And then once you guys start doing this, you'll be able to say, okay, cool. I know that, okay, if I want the chat instead of 3 seconds, I want it to be 4 seconds. Okay, instead of generating the code a bunch, I can just change the number. Even if you've never coded before, you can do that. I'm confident. So we'll go back over it. Look at the difference here. Look, that's like 2 instructions. And so I'm going to come here, paste this bad boy, and let's just see what this looks like. The next one should be circular, remember? I think will look better. We can kill this double header here, no problem. Let's go back and see our code. So this is the most, make it twice as tall, 50% taller. Is that what I wanted? This is what I wanted. Yeah, I think so, right? Let me refresh this bad boy. All right, yeah, there we go. So now it's going to be more circular. So this will be the last thing that I do for the night, as long as it works, as you know me. All right, so that's looking good. That's looking good. All right, gangster. So copy. I just said gangster. The nerdiest AI. I'm the nerdiest nerd in AI right now. I feel like saying that stuff. All right, here we go. And I'm going to do one more thing. We're going to add one parameter. We're going to say, and where's my key? This microphone always just misses it. Believe me, it's more difficult to have a giant mic working in front of you than you might believe. All right, so my cursor's here. And so I'm going to say hide header. And I'll say equals true. I think that's all I need. Hide header. I just got to spell it right. You see, you like little typos like that, you really have to pay attention to because it just won't work. All right, cool. We done. Let's see if this thing's percolating. Let's see. Now look at that, baby. Look at that. Made with AI. With what? AI. All right, so we got one more problem. I got to fix it because I'll have this OCD forever. The problem is we need to move the chat down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to our deal here. Not that one, but this one. And I'm going to say it's 98% perfect. I need you to take the iframe and the URL of my web chat that I've provided for you to embed to ensure that it stretches the full length and width and height of the chat window that you've created, because currently the bottom of my widget is located too high on your window. So keep everything the same, but ensure that the bottom of my widget will be at the bottom of the window and stretch all the way to the top of the container that you've made for the chat window. That's insane that this works this way, guys. I'm going to check the chat now before I sign off, see if we had anybody in here. Oh, man, we have some people in here. Would love to talk about a development. What up, Sebastian? Bros, there, way to reach out, man. I'm the easiest person to find of all time, son. I put my phone number out there and people call me. Shout out to golly, I just forgot his name. Lonnie. I didn't forget your name, Lonnie. I hope you're watching, man. This dude's about to be the king of AI in Illinois. He might be the king of AI and IL. That's what I said. He needed to buy that there, man. What up, Ryan? My man. Oh, man. Obviously, Asta.com is here. Obviously, Asta.com. Boy, if you don't buy that domain, I wish Danny was in here. He'll teach all of us about domains. What's going on? What's going Wagwan? I know what's up. I know what's up. All right, here we go. Got to keep that business. You heard? Let's see. Okay, so here's our code. I'll just read all Purifier. Thank you, Fernando. I love you, dude. And we've got, oh, look at this. So our really quick. So shout out to you, Technophobe. She's in our Discord and she's been one of the most helpful folks, period. And so she won a free credit for next month. So her bill's around the corner. She ain't got to pay Nathan because she was a helpful, awesome community member. We love that. We don't like haters, but if haters come around, we show them the exit pretty quickly or challenge them to a live bot build, which nobody will ever challenge us and beat us at a live bot build. But anyways, except maybe Sam Altman, maybe his people would just like have a good shot. But I'll be honest with you, if they're going to be stuck using only their technology, and we have access to their technology, plus everyone else is like, hello, Google, what up, Claude? We can build a massively better bot. This is what people don't understand. This is how things are going so fast. All right, so let's get back to it. This is the last thing. Let's see if this is any good. We'll go back to, where am I at? Here. Last test of the night, folks. I hope you guys have had as much fun as I have. If you didn't think I had fun, you're tripping, because like normal people, they would just want to go to sleep and just dream about the things that they want in life. But instead, we're out here getting it at 1:20 a.m. Son. Let's see if it's gonna work. Look at that beautiful bubble right there. Pop up for me, baby. Bam! Son, look at that. Okay, look. So let's fix. There's one thing we don't need to do AI to fix this, and it's gonna work so nice. I'm so. I've got to. I've got to contain myself. So there's only one thing we need to fix here, and we don't need AI for that. We're gonna come down to here. And on this URL, we'll just say, and hide header equals true. And then we'll have this thing looking like freaking $1,000,000, or at least a much better web chat than you'll find most of the time. Fantastic. Okay, so the last thing I see. Okay, cool. So let's do this. I'm gonna just do one last thing. I swear, this is what I tell. This is what my wife gets so mad. I'm almost done, but then something happens, and you just can't. You can't not fix it. Otherwise, it's just like gonna ruin everything. I'm just gonna say, I need you to ensure that the header of the widget is placed at the highest Z index as possible, because currently it doesn't look exactly right. And we need the header and the text in the header to be on top of the iframe. Currently, the web chat appears to be at a higher index of the header, which makes it hard to see. This is your last chance. Don't mess up. And that's my threat for the day. Here's my last sip of the monster for the day. So much fun. Do we have any more fun comments? Man, what's up, Joel? Joel, man, we've had some really, really cool people playing the platform. Danny and Kelly, yes, these guys are so awesome. I'll go ahead and say it. Deals are already in play with one of these two folks for sure. That will be an official educator with us, and it's going to be amazing. Hopefully we can swing enough new subscribers that we get both of them. I mean, could you imagine that? And I've got one more person in mind that if I get him to also join forces with the rest of the best bot builders on the planet, guys, I swear, like Chatbot Builder will not be able to be stopped, son, by anyone. We just won't be able to be stopped, which I just love. This is the time where if I had all the production skills and the ability to talk to you guys and do all the things, it would be the Drake song right now. Started from the bottom, now I'm here, and everybody's laughing at me. Don't care. You can laugh because we having fun, baby. It's like prompt selling, yeah. Snoop C double B. Oh man, Ryan, dude, I think just all Ryans are just awesome. Snoop C double B. God dadgummit. Danny Bonzone, don't you dare buy that domain because I'm going to buy it as soon as I'm off of this thing. We should be getting our code here any moment. It's going to be a giant thing of code, I'm assuming. I think I'm in the right one. Let's see. I'm going to make sure I keep this here. Sometimes I'm a little impatient. And we've seen OpenAI just be playing today. And I think it's just taking too long for my liking at this point. So I want to just hit it one more time. I'm going to say, yo. Let's see. Yeah. 1 sec, I'm generating the code. And I want to say, bam, bam. So yeah, we should have it coming now. 1 sec, I'm generating the code. Whatever, bro. Give me that header looking better. And then we'll be done. I mean, it's really not horrible. We just want to have that thing at a higher Z index. What is it on my mouse here? And let's close out some of these guys. So that's where we started. How funny is that? That's where we started. Okay, so the code just came. Great. Here's our code. Our last one of the night. I understand your requirements, and I apologize for the oversight. Yeah, he doesn't want to lose his job to the other AI I'm trying to make. That's a real thing right now. It's so insane. All right, so we got the web chat there. All that's good. So we just need to go to the flow and update this bad boy. My mouse is like dying on me. That's like definitely the cue of saying go to bed, Ryan. We're going to add in to hide our own header. We'll say and hide header equals true. All right, a moment of truth. Will we have us a beautiful web chat that does the things we told it to do and is sized properly? I messed up and left one little HTML guy up there, but I think this is going to pop. Hopefully. If it doesn't pop, let's see if it at least gives me the right deal here. So close. But as you can see, like with just basic adjustments, guys, can make this thing a freaking all-star deal here. You can make the whole website here. You need to delete this part right there. With some basic stuff here, you can really make some cool things. There's our little chat. You could do hover actions without knowing a single line of code yourself. It appears we lost our little 3-second deal, but that would be easy to get back. Click on the guy. It's sized a little bit better. We would just need to explain. And another thing that you can do currently, not with us, but you could throw this into ChatGPT if you have an account, and you can. This would all be adjusted. You could actually use the vision tool to take a screenshot, send it into ChatGPT, and when you're sending in your screenshot, like it will see what's wrong. Like this legitimately blew my mind to see that. Yo, Wendy's telling me she's always on top of it. Audio. I'm famous for having that not work, but this is a 2-hour session. I was planning on being Amazon tips. Don't you think? Don't think you can? Please show how you can make a personal assistant for each flow. You could do that, but I don't know why you would want to do that. Instead, you would use a prompt template. All right, guys, this is it. I'm tired now, son, and there's work to be done early in the morning. We're going to unlock the ChatbotBuilder.ai for you, so you'll be able to use your assistants there. We'll make sure that all of the connections are just so perfect and fast and furious. You'll think you're Vin Diesel riding around in a Mustang or something. Shelby Cobra Mustang. Shout out Daniel Unser. Guys, it's so much fun. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the patience and for the positivity. That's so important. The only thing that we really have control of, and this is something that I've got to also always improve, is our attitudes. Our attitudes control so much. If you've got a good attitude, you're more likely to want to get out of bed and do the things you've got going on for the day. If you got a bad attitude, you're going to want to stay in bed all day, not want to get up, hit the snooze button. If you've got a good attitude, you're cool with seeing ChatGPT make a mistake here and there with a not perfect off the first rip web chat widget that you just made. And you're cool with understanding that a couple more generations, I'm Gucci, versus a year ago, you would have had to like find a developer you could afford. And then hopefully they understand your language. And then hopefully they get the things right. And you're paying all this time. Times are changing. Keith, what up, bro? He's texting me. You guys, I don't know how this has happened. Other than God's looking out for us all to connect. I don't know, but this is just so cool to have my dream and so many people's dreams literally like in real time happen. And so many of us, like Kelly and I, were talking. We've been waiting for this. Like when we first built a bot, what we have today is beyond what we like thought could be possible. Like we all would just like love to write a Word document. Here's what my boss is supposed to do. Chunk it in and you're done. Now you can. And we just did it. We just used voice. You can do all the things. If you can think it all the way through, you can automate it, and AI can make things a lot faster and easier than ever before. So, guys, thank you for watching. This is a good time to be in AI. We're in pre-gold rush stages, meaning this is the time where you need to be going for it. Gold rush is like around the corner, but the pre-gold rush stage, that's how the Gary V's were made, guys. If you play your cards right, the ones that predict the gold rush, which is what we're doing, which is why you're still here, we're the ones that will succeed. All it's going to take, just keep going. I've seen, I could wish I could say the number, but I wouldn't be totally accurate. But you know, personally, in just the past few months, 50 to 100 people have gone from 0 bots to over 5-6 accounts that are pro accounts, and we've got far more agency accounts than we ever anticipated. We've already upgraded massively on the server side, but the one thing I won't do, and you're going to probably see more of this, and I'll give up some of the sauce. We won't be able to ever have a free subscription that's just a freemium. I believe that model is, for the most part, for business solutions, for business software, for serious software, that's dead. if you still need to have a freemium account, what that tells me is your software is not proven enough yet to convince the user that this is what they need. And in our world so far, because we don't want every user, we want the ones that want to do things and make things pop and work and just be like consistent. We want those users. And so that's why our price point is the way it is. It's a higher point of entry, but it's consistent. It's flat. There's no other platform on the planet that does it like we do. A flat rate, including with GPT access, this is unheard of. We're putting you in a position where you can make a massive amount of money. You can help massive amounts of people, and you're many years ahead of the people just finding out GPTs when you're dealing with MiniChat or a chat fuel for 7 years, 8 years, 6 years, 3 years. You guys know so much. And now you can use AI once you really have the right tool. You can really use your knowledge and know the things you want to happen, the hundreds of thousands of conversations you've maybe managed. Now you can actually do the things you want, and it's going to keep getting better. So that's it. I'm tired. I'm going to bed now. Thanks for hanging with me. Y'all are the best. Peace.